situation. Very tight here. Higa getting the ball into the line of Nagai, and he makes a turn. And now Yap is putting his hand up, trying to get the yellow card. Now everybody getting a little bit too eager. Very important that keep their heads cool. 63 minutes on the clock. Trying to find his teammate Chow, and Chow is dispossessed. Everybody wants a free kick, but it's not given. Yamamoto. Let's see if we will soon see some kind of substitution from the Japanese side. As to our records, we don't see any substitutions from the Japanese team managers so far. They're a late tackle into the back of Osako. He looks very young, Osako. Just 19 years of age, and probably just so. So an opportunity here for Japan with a free kick. It's Yamamoto. Chipped into the box, and the easy take for Yap. Well done coming out, collecting that, and he throws it forward quickly to Chow. Chow trying to get the ball on his left foot, and he's dispossessed, and perhaps now just needs to try to hold up play until he gets some support. Suzuki, the Japanese skipper, Nagai, Aoki, Aoki again with a shot, and that was really dangerous.
He took that very early at Takuya Aoki, but yeah.
If that had been on target,
open.
Yeah, and the problem was there that, you know, this was all created by himself. It's a 1-2 situation here. He's released, and he just smashes that across the goal, and he had a really nasty bounce in front of goal. And had it been on target, it really would have tested Yap. So tough for the goalkeeper to deal with these shots that dips right in front of the box. Particularly the pitch here, sometimes not giving you the absolutely most consistent bounces. Yap. With a goal kick. Muramatsu, the goal scorer, to Kamata. And Kawano back to Kamata. Taking the time is the Japanese. Yamamoto, the playmaker. He's taken on a couple of players, and by mistake, a shirt pull there.
They're going to sandwich him. There's no way he's going to continue. Well, you know what? Perhaps he should have tried to hold on to that ball for just a little bit longer and allowed some of his teammates to get up, but a nervous moment for Hong Kong, safely taken by Yap.
Yeah, good defending there from Lee Chiho, not allowing the on-running Japanese attacker to get in and really contest the ball, and Yap takes that comfortably, moving the ball forward swiftly. And pressure there, it's Kwok coming forward, and he's attacking, and then a late tackle there, and I think perhaps just the studs goes down on Kamata as Kwok tries to win back the ball here. He may just have caught the foot of Kamata, and that might have served him a yellow card. I'm not sure, but you see the referee there with his pocket, so that probably means that somebody has been booked. I think that meant that Kwok may have been written up in the book. So we're getting close to the last 20 minutes here.
Yeah, it's just looking up at the clock myself, around about 22, 23 minutes.
Nice work there from Yamamoto. Beautiful skill on the ball.
Higa.
Aoki taking on the shot again as the left-footed Aoki. He's obviously in the shooting mood.
Yeah, not a good sign though, because the Japanese are usually more patient and organised than that. They'll pass it around and try and get closer to goal. Interesting that he should try his luck from out there when there was so many red shirts to deal with, apart from the keeper.
Well, I think it might be a good strategy right now, because Hong Kong is defending very compact, and just to try to open up the Hong Kong defense, maybe the coaches told them to try to take on some shots and force the Hong Kong defense to start to defend a little bit earlier. And here an opportunity for Japan. The ball is in, but Jap collects it. And, that was an important take from the Hong Kong goalie. So now Hong Kong on the counter. And that was a wasteful ball there for Zhu. Chow, no chance at all to run that up. Yamamura to Kawano. Kawano with lots of space here. Runs into trouble now, though, and that was a fair tackle by Wong. Ball over to Chow, and he's got Kwok on his side. Chow cuts back in, trying to take on the shot with his right foot, and misses it badly. So both sides got the shooting boots on at the moment, and I think it's the right thing to do. Sometimes both teams get a little bit too cute in the passing. Wong there just making sure that Kawano doesn't get at the end of that. Oh Young, good move here. Kwok, Chow almost found Aoki, and that should be cleared by Lee.
He's run it out though.
Yeah, but that was important for him to intercept that ball. Aoki had a free run and goal. Ao Young. Wong clears it upfield. Japan now putting a little bit of heat on this Hong Kong side. Su with a long ball forward for Chan. And the keeper is out of the box. And it's cleared high upfield by the Japanese defender. Chan. Su here on the right flank, looking for players inside the box. Good cutback. And it's the Yamamoto that comes back and clears the field. Misunderstanding here, and Kawano not really understanding what was going on.
Well, Japan have had more misunderstandings than Hong Kong, it's got to be said. Accidentally putting the ball out, passes being missed. Chan, the goal scorer. Just waste that one, pops it back for Yusuke Higa. Straight back down into Japanese territory.
Kawano, yeah, and it's shift aside to Aoki. He managed to keep the ball in, but loses possession. Kwok is on the ball, plays it to his skipper, Oh Young. Danger is there. Nagai almost getting to the end of that. Nagai, a little chip forward, and Nagai again. This is danger. Nagai, twice almost tumbled inside the box there. Takes a lot of nerve to be on the Hong Kong bench right now.
Let's see if Japan have learned their lesson from that last attempt, not to waste silly shots from way outside the area.
Suzuki collects the ball in his own field, and Japan prepares to build up a new attack on the Hong Kong goal. Very dangerous moments right now. If Japan can get something inside the box and actually get one of the players at the end of it.
You really fancy somebody getting something.
Yeah, they've really been knocking on the door for the last 10 minutes. Oh, there, Higa with a poor first touch. That's disappointing from a Japanese side that is technically superb. We really are soon going down good move there from Suzuki. A move that first was introduced by, of course, the famous French skipper Zidane when he played in Juventus. High ball in, and there's nobody there. So Hong Kong is doing a good job now at frustrating the Japanese midfield. Good understanding between Aoyang and Zhu. There the ball is won, and Nagai stays down. Yamamoto's got players on his right. Aoki goes into the center. Nagai comes in, and there's appeal for a handball, and it probably may have been so. Just saw him bending down, trying to shield the ball into his the line of his run. And there probably is a little bit of contact there with his left arm.
Seemed harsh though.
It was a little bit harsh, but he could have made that look a lot more elegant by not bending down. The moment you make that move down, the referee just thinks that you're putting your hand on it. He should have kept his upper body level, and then just maybe use his left elbow a little bit. But anyway, he will learn how to do that as he gets more mature.
Chan Soo Ki, the goal scorer, the biggest guy on the field for Hong Kong at the moment.
Matsumoto asking his players to get out into the sides, spread out, and make the field bigger for Hong Kong to defend. And I think that may be a good advice to attack down the flanks and force this Hong Kong defense to be spread open. Aoyang, good work here. Really has been a very important figure today in the Hong Kong squad. And of course, he also set up the equalizing goal.
Yeah, Hong Kong nabbing that goal very early on in the second half. But it's been full-on commitment from both sides. This match has not slackened off at all. Lee Chi-ho, let's see what he can do with this.
Opportunity here. Kwok got the ball, not able to control it into his path, but Zhu collects it. Wong, left foot into the box. Anybody at the end of it? Chow? No, not able to get up there. And Kwok trying to get to the end of it. It was Chan Soo Ki who managed to get the header on. The first opportunity for Japan. And it's a forward for Shohei, who's coming in instead of Osako. So it's a 19-year-old for a 19-year-old.
And a forward for a forward.
On the ball, and of course he has already scored so far in the tournament. Good move there, and he wins a corner kick. It's Wong that is forced to block the ball out for a corner. And just a word of encouragement there from Yap. Wong having played a much more defensive role so far today than we saw in the semi-finals.
Yeah, well, we have a change here. Jung is coming off. On comes So Wai-chun.
And so also a substitute earlier in the semi-finals around this time. And there signals that the Hong Kong coach is trying to get to the end of regulation time at this scoreline. Here the left-footed corner kick coming in. And it's a good clearance there by Chan. Several of players running in the back there, warming up to the pitch. Of course, all the substitutes are eager now to get in and give their contribution. It's played right for Aoki. Oh, and a good step over there, and Nagai is going down. I think there was a contact there, I'm afraid.
It's another one of those silly wasted shots that we didn't see from Japan in their semi-final. They seemed far more disciplined.
Yeah, the lack of discipline right there. But Nagai going down here, and it could have been the free kick there made by Lee Chi-ho. It's a lucky boy.
Going for glory there with that crazy swipe from Kazuya Yamamura.
Soka is played through and loses control of that. Not the best of touches, but he certainly has already been involved in some attacking moves after he got introduced. Yamamoto changes direction. Kamata, been a good player so far. Aoki, Yamamata, Kamata, good understanding between these two players there again. Suka, a lot of movement is the Japanese side right now, Andrew. They are moving right to left, and everybody's changing positions, making it very hard for Hong Kong to defend. Oh, and a heavy first touch there from the Japanese midfielder.
Well, once the Japanese start keeping the ball at their feet and moving it around, passing it, particularly near the Hong Kong goal mat, that's when Hong Kong really need to worry. And you would hope that they've learnt their lesson from those silly cannon shots from way outside the area that were nowhere near on target.
Well, that depends in which corner you're sitting. I think Hong Kong is pretty happy to have the Japanese blasting from the distance, but I absolutely agree with you that Japan is looking very dangerous when they keep the ball on the ground and passes it around. It's just, to be honest, it's beautiful football when they do that. So Yap with the goal kick. It's been a while since Hong Kong has been put any pressure on the Japanese back four. Yeung loses possession, and it's a good move here from Muramatsu, the goal scorer. Nagai perhaps starting to look a little bit tired. It could be a subject for substitution soon, I think. Has not had much influence in the game the last 10-20 minutes.
Oh, that was a beautifully laid on ball. This is Yeung. And he should have won the corner there. The ball was out, yes.
It is a corner, and great opportunity here now for Hong Kong to get some players forward. Let's see if Lai Man Fei comes forward, the tallest player from Hong Kong, together with Chan Wai-ho, these two defenders. It's Yeung.
So Wai Chun, the substitute, the most recent one, also very tall. In fact, that's him chasing now.
It is in fact So Wai Chun, and he's going to try to get this cross in. It's blocked by Muramatsu. Muramatsu has really been in the thick of things. Of course, the goal scorer, but also the player that denied Hong Kong a goal early on in the first half. Chan Wai-ho in there trying to make life difficult for Matsumoto. Suzuki is having a lot of attention on Chao Pingfei. Long throw, flat throw from Yeung. So that was Chan and Yeung here, back
for Chan.
Yeah. Good play. Oh, almost found the target there. And it's a good spell here from Hong Kong. Let's look for this long, flat throw from Chan. It's so hard to defend. And as I said before, this is how Stoke City wins their home games, making the pitch as small, as legal as possible, and then just keep throwing the throws into the opponent's box. Here comes Chan.
That's a great throw and a chance for Hong Kong. It's fallen at the feet of a couple of Japanese defenders, and
Osaka
They don't have enough blue shirts up there. Well, let's see.
Putting it to the right, and there is Aoki. A little bit of a hold-up play here. And Yamamoto is in support. Yamamoto. Oh, it's cleared there into a corner by Chan, who was just up in the other end before, standing and trying to make life very difficult for the Japanese goalie. Here is Chan's throw. And, it was not too far away from ending up with one of the Hong Kong players. And then just see how fast Japan hits them on the counter. So we're down into the last 7 minutes of recreation play. It's a good corner. And that was very dangerous that he was allowed a header there. The Japanese skipper. I think it was Suzuki who got to the end of this one from Yamamoto's corner kick. Yes, it was in fact number 4, Suzuki. And, Hong Kong has to be very careful about that. Suzuki very strong in the air. Good take here, nicely tested down, beautiful technique. That's when they really excel the Japanese side. The referee with a bad touch right there.
Oh, and he's given an advantage to Hong Kong, actually. That was Chan Soo-ki, gets the ball upfield. They've managed to keep it in. Zhu gets a good-looking cross through, and they'll pick up a corner.
Kamata putting the ball out there, and the Japanese side would not feel very happy with the Vietnamese referee at the moment. And that's a minus point for the referee as well. Very important for the referee to be in the thick of things, but he's got to be able to not get hit by the ball. So the FIFA referee person in the stadium, it will just take a little point away from him right there. Ao Young. That's too close to goal. It's cleared by the goalie again, and this is very high and too deep.
5 minutes left, and great to see that neither of these sides seem to be playing for extra time. Both have been desperately trying to score for most of this half, so there's going to be some tired legs out there if they have to go into 2 periods of extra time. Young. Zhu.
And that's going to be too much. Even Bolt couldn't run that down.
Well, Zhu's screaming at the linesman over something.
Maybe he felt he was obstructed making the run, but I still think that the pass was a little bit too heavy for him to catch up with. Now, just looking at the substitutions that the coaches has available, Andrew, interesting to see too that for Hong Kong, most of the possible substitutions are going to be defenders. They don't have any forwards available on the bench, whereas Japan has mostly midfielders available on their bench. Of course, they already substituted Osako in, and he is their only forward on the bench. But that just shows you that the attacking options on the Japanese side is by far much more than what Hong Kong has available going into the extra time.
Well, Hong Kong really showing their true colours here, playing a very physical style of play. Not surprising with a Korean coach that they have. The crowd don't like this, and I don't think that Japan have any intention of trying to run the clock down. They've been very forthright in trying to stamp their approval on this, their impression on this match, and blocked by Suzuki, the Japanese captain.
Yeah, and I actually think that should have been a free kick right there. You know, that was a cynical block. I think that referee got that wrong. Suzuki just running into the line of play by Zhu. And Hong Kong must feel a little bit hard done right now. And the last minutes now, and very dangerous times now. Japan trying to find that winner.
I think Hong Kong have seemed more capable of finding that winner than Japan have. They've had more exciting chances.
Yeah, been more dangerous, but it is Japan that has had the lion's share of possession since that first equalizing goal. But you're right, in terms of right in front of goal, it's Hong Kong that's been the most dangerous. That not the best opportunity there from Chan. Trying a spectacular shot from the distance.
Probably only have around about 1 minute added on, I'd say. It doesn't. It didn't feel like it was any more than that.
So it looks like we might be going to extra time here yet again. It has been extra time in every single final so far here in the East Asian Games. As Japan is trying to come down and getting the cross. Oh, and yeah, comes across the goal. I don't think that was goal bound though. That header probably would not have gone in.
Yeah, Yap seemed very relaxed, and I think that's because it was going wide. But let's see. This is a much better angle.
Higa with the cross. Well, you certainly don't want to leave it. It ends up sneaking in by the post. But very dangerous situation here, and Japan is going to hoist another ball in. And this would be so devastating to concede right now. And everybody is back defending. Every single red shirt is behind the ball. It's Yamamoto with the short throw and a very disappointing take there from Osako. And it looks like we are going to go to an extra time.
Well, 3 minutes to be added on. Well, that now makes it very possible for somebody to score, but
that somebody right now looks more like Japan, Andrew. They are the ones that is pushing. Kamata now on the left side. He's moved across the field, playing it out for a cutback, and it's Nagai with the cross. Oh, and it's cleared by Chan. Dangerous tackle there. That really was a nothing ball whatsoever. There shouldn't be a free kick whatsoever, in my opinion, from either side. Here, Kawano had all right to attack the ball, and
they were actually, those players, they clashed briefly, then they were heading away from each other. You're right.
Unnecessary free kick right there, and the referee just wants to get involved a little bit too much in play at the moment. Higa doing well to keep the ball, and Nagai is taken down by Leung, and Nagai is just asking what's going on here. That was a little bit of a cynical tackle here.
Yeah, that was. He was just trying to cut his legs out from underneath him.
And Leung now is saying he's got cramp, and we've got a little bit of a tussle going on between the players, and I have to say I think it's fair enough for the Japanese just to, I would be pretty upset down there too as well, because that tackle from Leung was not nice at all. Now the referee needs to stamp his authority and settle things down real quickly. Well, it looks like we've got things settled down again. I think the referee just needs to make sure that he ensures that the play remains fair. Osako is called in. And this is not a good situation for Hong Kong now. Leung has to be on the sideline until the free kick is taken. Yamamoto is looking to get a cross into the box. Low. Oh, well cleared there. That was an important clearance.
Referee has stopped play for some reason. I don't know why.
Again, he stops play. Yap is given a free kick, but I think again, the Japanese played all right to contest the ball here. Ball is hoisted up, and Suzuki just goes up and tries to head it. I mean,
looks bad. That's being overprotective of the keeper.
He stood his ground. He didn't even jump into Yap, but I mean, it wouldn't have been a goal anyway. But I think the Japanese player had all right to contest the ball. Nevertheless, it's a goal kick, free kick for Yap. I think we're going to go to extra time here.
There it is. So we'll have 2 periods of extra time. The score level at 1-1 here at the end of 90 minutes. There's the Hong Kong goal scorer, Chan Soo-ki, who made an immediate impact when he came on. He's going to have to continue that in these next 2 periods. And we'll take a quick break here from Hong Kong Stadium and be back with the remainder of this gold medal match in just a moment.
The world is under attack. Monsters are taking over. And now there's only one thing left to do.
Well, that was my outfit, I swear.
Those meddling kids are back. But so is every monster they've ever faced.
Who do you think you are? Scooby? Scooby? Doo!
Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. Tonight on Pearl.
我想有好勁嘅互動遊戲玩。
令作品同環境融合，都係一門藝術。
我想乜嘢都唔使諗，過一個悠哉悠哉嘅下午。
西九文化區係屬於全港市民嘅，你哋每一個人嘅想法都好重要㗎。
大家可以由10月起嘅3個月內，透過唔同渠道表達自己嘅意見，畫出你心目中嘅西九文化區。
東亞運動會對你對我都係一件矚目盛事。
東亞運動會屬於香港人嘅傳奇一刻，開始咗。東亞運動會賽事進行得如火如荼，香港加上8個東亞國家同埋地區，大約2300名運動員，
進駐20個場館同埋幾條公路賽道。
喺你面前參與22個項目，爭奪262面金牌。
700萬人支持東亞運。東亞運動會約定你啦，快啲參加埋東亞運攝影比賽，捕捉傳奇一刻。
A stone so rare, men will do anything to possess it. Wars will be fought in search of it. And all who touch it are left with blood on their hands.
You're gonna steal this diamond?
That diamond is my ticket out. The only reason you're still alive is because you haven't told anyone where it is.
Give it to me.
You gonna show us where it's hidden?
You will never find it, sir.
Tell him where it is! My family, my home, I don't lost everything!
Vankel presents Pick of the Year, Blood Diamond.
So let's take a quick look at the highlights of that second half, and that was what made the difference for Hong Kong. Chan Soo-ki came on as a substitute, made an immediate impact, and that's what levelled things at 1-1 between Japan and Hong Kong. So in just a moment, we're going to go to live pictures of the first period of extra time.
There was a great ball there from Ma Young, and then Su heading it straight into the line of Chan.
So there's the stats, and that is more telling of what actually happened in that second half. 13 shots on target for Hong Kong, just 9 for Japan, and fairly equal on the corners, and 2 yellow cards. Fouls committed, we're right up to 36 already. And we still have at least half an hour of football to come. So they're back out on the pitch and ready to go in the first 15-minute period of extra time to decide this gold medal match. And that is a fabulous sight. Look at that. Not many empty seats in the house at all. There's pretty close to 40,000 spectators here.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see, and the crowd is has been a factor in this match so far. You really have to say that they have lifted this Hong Kong side when things was looking pretty bleak. The Japanese was running around them in circles in the first half, but Hong Kong came out with the guns blazing after the break, and well-deservedly is now in the extra time. But now, of course, Andrew, they've all been in extra time in the semi-finals, and knowing the fact that most of the Hong Kong's players had to play every single match in group stages, and the Japanese has rested most of their star players, even in the semi-finals, you have to say that in terms of freshness in the legs, my money is on the Japanese.
You'd have to say that. I mean, Hong Kong have had, well, more chances actually in that second half, but technically the Japanese have looked more capable of scoring.
Yeah, more running with the ball, more passing the ball, and I think the Hong Kong side, some of the players, notably for me, became very quiet in the last 15 minutes. Chow pretty much disappeared out of the picture, and I think he has worked himself into the ground. But unfortunately for Hong Kong, there are no further forwards available on the bench to substitute in, and it's going to be very important now for the crowd to really whip up this Hong Kong side to find that extra adrenaline to go the distance.
Well, home advantage can mean an awful lot, particularly when you've got close to 40,000 spectators. Look at that, it really is a great sight. And again, so rarely seen here for a football match.
Yeah, and we really don't want this gold medal match to go to a penalty shootout. It's just not the right way to finish a match of this caliber, to play Russian roulette like that.
So we're underway. It's not exactly do or die yet, because they could still go to penalties, but both sides seem fairly keen to try and get the winner in regulation time, and particularly with the fitness of the Japanese, much younger than the Hong Kong side. You can see that trend continuing. There were a few niggly tackles, as we saw toward the end of the second half, so let's hope things don't deteriorate too much in that way.
Yeah, and I have to say, I think the referee has been a little bit kind to the home side so far. No yellow cards brandished for any of the Hong Kong players, but that tackle there could have been a yellow card, but it was not given. Chow finally on the ball. We haven't seen him with the ball for a long time. Ao Young. And Wong should show up here. There he is, the hard-working Wong. Kwok.
Flicked over there by Chan.
Good work from Chow there, beating Suzuki to the ball. And then a clearance from the Japanese side. Aoki, though, getting pushed off the ball by Chan.
That was more of an accident of Chan's physical size there, I think. I don't think he meant to do it. And Aoki didn't really know where the ball was.
Yamamoto is playable there. He picks up the ball and whips us out to the right. Kamata. Aoki, his playing teammate there. Good understanding between them. And that should be a Japanese throw. Kwok, Wong defending as a pair. Yamamoto. Good play here, Aoki. Ooh, a small interception here.
That was a great build-up, but not a good pass to finish things off.
So dangerous in these situations, the Japanese. Aoki just with a small cutback. And it was Yamamura that was not able to get to at the end of that thing. Good move again from Japan. Long ball forward from Yap. Chow. This match could be settled by an individual mistake now. Aoki. Usoka. That's a little bit too ambitious there. Sumura very aggressively tackling there. Chan is involved in pretty much every single free kick at the moment.
Well, I tell you what, he's got to be careful because they don't want to lose him.
He does use his physical presence very much, and he's just pulled down a little bit now. Good work here from Cavano. And it's still Japan with the ball. I think, though, the free kick is given against Cavano.
Well, Kiki Kawano was one of the players who was the most aggressive in that earlier altercation toward the end. And I'd like to see that again. I'm not sure if he stomped on somebody's foot.
Well, he's a pretty fiery character, the little Cavano. But I think not too much in that last free kick. But again, he needs to be very careful because, as you rightly said, the referee's got his eyes on him. Everybody's standing up on that side. Not the best of play from Chan. I think he's getting a little bit frustrated, Chan. Chow.
Kwok. Ayung has
Wong takes over.
Snuck in there. This is Ayung.
Wong. Oh, that's a good play there from Wong. Gets in the cross. Low cross and is totally missed by Kwok. By the near post. Needed a little bit of a better touch there. A little bit lighter touch, and he could have steered that into the far corner here. But too heavy on the touch. Best chance so far in the extra time.
There'll be more of it from Hong Kong, though. You can guarantee it.
Chan with the header. Chow chasing. Good to see Chow getting more involved here in the start of the extra time. Yamamoto. Iga back to his defenders. And Yamamoto picks up the ball again. Pretty deep for him to have to get this far back. Kamata. Yamamoto. Long ball up left, finding space. And is Higa cut back. The shot is on, and Yap clears it. But he's not quite safe yet. The shot wide. And it was Usoka that was not able to get that shot on target. Yep. What a chance.
The substitute. Well, I tell you what, both sides really starting to look, seem very fit to be playing with such gusto here in the first period of extra time. Well, we just missed that last shot, but just not on target.
So Yap there with an important save again there. And luckily for him, Usoka not able to get the follow shot on target. Usoka back to his defenders. A little bit dangerous there. Chow almost getting to the end of this. Well, that's Chan. Chan and Chow attacking those loose balls. Chan is called high foot here and starts showing first. That's a 50-50 ball, really. I'm not sure if he got booked. He did. Chan Soo-ki. The referee
seems a little harsh, really.
Yeah, but I think probably this is a result of that he's been involved in about 5 free kicks since we started this extra time. Sometimes just accumulations of fouls is what's going to end up giving you a yellow card, which is actually not by the book, but that's how sometimes it goes. Aoki, I'm not able to control that and get down with it. So Wong to Kwok. Young trying to find Kwok on the left, but not able to get it into the right line of passage. It's Osuka. And easy stopped. There's a little bit of a tussle going on in the back there with Nagai. I think the referee needs to have a chat with those two players.
So Zhu de Shui, not sure who he's aiming for there.
Very good ball there, Andrew. Just timing his cross low, and it was just inches away here. Look at this one. Ooh, Kwok almost got to the end of that. That could have been a match-winning goal right there for Kwok. He's put in a lot of work. Kwok defends every single attack from Japan, and he's involved in every attack from Hong Kong. Suka is kicking the ball out because I think
yeah, one of their men are down.
One of the men is down. Not sure, quite sure who. He might have been Yamamoto. You see it here again. He goes up for this.
I think he's hurt himself in the fall, not so much the contact with the Hong Kong player. Yeah. You said Yamamoto. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, Yamamoto there, I think, in the fall, going to take a little bit of a hit, but I'm sure he's going to be all right very soon. That's the pleasure of playing on a grass pitch. And this pitch, despite the time of the year, Andrew, looks pretty soft.
Well, they've worked very hard to get it in shape for the East Asian Games. Unfortunately for them, they had the rugby boys run around on it for a while.
Yeah, our young slips, and he gets a free kick. That was maybe a little bit cheap, but what an opportunity now. And I think a yellow card is being brandished to Kamata for arguing, but arguably he has a point perhaps.
That it seemed like a pure slip. Let's see.
Maybe a pull. Here we see Ao Yung getting the ball, and then a pull of a shirt by Kamata. Yeah, but probably not enough in most cases to deserve a free kick. But nevertheless,
but I guess a player's thinking, if you go anywhere near my shirt, if you make any attempt at grabbing it, I'm going to go down.
And now Ao Yung has a good angle, but he's very close to the goal, which makes it very difficult for him to get it up and over and down again. But certainly he's got a good angle, center of the goal. It can go both sides. And he went over. And that's the problem when you get a free kick this close to the box. You just don't have enough space to get the ball down again here. Tried to hit it with pace and didn't get enough spin on it. So substitution, it's Kawano, which I think is a good decision from the keeper to replace with Endo Keisuke. And Kawano just looking a little bit too hot on the collar to leave him in there and causing them ending up being, you know, numerically one player less.
Absolutely. Very, very good thinking by the coach.
Tackle there, Aoki, lots of red shirts around him. Sea of red shirts. Japan can't find a way through.
Well, was that offside? It didn't look it.
He may have come from offside position there. And the substitute not very lucky with his first touch. Into one of the veterans of this side, just 20 years of age. So
yeah,
put on a little bit more of
experience
on the court.
It's a good mix of youth and experience, Kiki.
Ball forward. And that's a good take by Yamamura. Yamamura keeps the ball. There's a bit of a loose balls here in the Hong Kong defense now. Japan is going to have players coming in. Higa looking for support. Nagai blocked out.
It's really been a superb final so far, not lopsided at all, and both sides ramping it up. We've had so many shots on goal by both teams. Only 2 goals to show for it though,
and we're coming down to the last minute or so of extra time. And the players will start to feel very, very tired now. Of course, this man, Endo, should be fully fresh. And yep, just making sure there with his knees that he's not going to go down in that tackle. Matsu, the goal scorer there, doing well. Endo, Suka, the 2 substitution players now into playing. Good ball there to Nagai. He's blocked out, but the keeper's coming out, and Yap did well coming off the line. That was important. Nagai almost sliced up the Hong Kong defense there. It looks like we're not going to get any goals here in the first 50 minutes of extra time. Suzuki with a high clearance.
So there's the whistle for the end of the first period. Now the referee will, as they always do, try and keep the players on the pitch, but they're going to want to go over and have a quick chat to the coach, take a drink. But they will have to restart very, very quickly. So great to see so many people in one of the most underutilised stadiums in Asia. They hold the rugby sevens here. There's various dignitaries up there in the VIP booth, including Dr. Timothy Fock, the head of the Hong Kong Olympic organisation.
So both sides definitely feeling the moment now, and with just 50 minutes left, possibly large substitutions from either side. Let's see if Japan's going to try to put in a match winner. Unfortunately for Hong Kong, pretty much only defensive options available on the bench. But going by the way that they dispatched the Koreans in the penalty shootout, Hong Kong would probably take a penalty shootout right now if they could.
Absolutely. And as they displayed against the North Koreans, they are very, very adept at it. And they've obviously been practicing, so I don't think they'd be worried at all getting into that situation, and particularly with such a good keeper. But we're not quite there yet, as we have 15 minutes of extra time to play.
For a lot of these players here, this could potentially be the biggest occasion ever in the football career, having an almost packed stadium here and an opportunity to take gold in the East Asian Games. It's a big occasion, particularly for the Hong Kong players, and I think they're going to have to give everything they can to come out victors today. And that guy has worked very hard from the Japanese side, and it looks like he got a second wind here in extra time. Wong with the clearance. Simple and basic. He's been very steady so far today. No errors from Wong whatsoever, but hasn't been able to get as involved in the attacking play as he was in the semifinals. Ao Young. Chow not able to get at the end of that. He has done a lot of running as the Number 20, Chow Pengfei. Kamata.
Yamamura.
The Endo way offside there, and so the substitute there has had a little bit of trouble to find the right formation on the field. Taking his time, not sure what he's waiting for.
Penalties, perhaps.
Well, he's certainly good at it. I'm sure he would take penalties right now if he could. Japan, though, is definitely going to be looking for a winning goal. They would be fully aware of the prowess of this Hong Kong side in the penalties. Good work there from Lee Chi-ho, and it's Kwok with the ball, looking for Chan. It's Ao Yeung. Kwok again, and this ball a little bit too ambitious. Not enough communication between Kwok and Chan on that playthrough. Aoki to his teammate Yamamoto, and over to Higa. Yamamura, and it's oh, there Naga is looking for space. We have a tackle here in the center of the park. This is our opportunity, and it's Endo who gets taken down. Nagai and Endo working in the center of the pitch. Yamamoto is stepping up to take the shot. It looks like he's going to try to go for goal. It is that kind of distance where you can get it down, up and down over the wall. And Yap will have to be very alert now. This one could come with pace. Short run up. It takes a deflection, I think.
Well, the wall did a good job then. Tall guys in the wall, they all jumped, perhaps just enough to...
Yeah, he didn't get enough spin on that one to get it down again. And you're right, the wall really did a good job staying firm.
Yeah, Yamamoto just put off his game enough to send that one skywards. Nowhere near tipping down close enough to put the goal.
Nice clearance there. Suka trying to win the ball back. Uga. Long ball forward. Yamamoto almost finding a teammate. It's Hong Kong though now. It's moving forward, and Chow gets the ball under control. He's got Kwok on his left.
This is Kwok. A little bit of slippage there on the pitch. Kamata shadowing him.
Wong trying to find space for the cross. It's a high cross, and Higa plays it into corner for safety. Didn't know who was behind him, and maybe because of the crowd couldn't hear the instructions from his goalie. So a good opportunity here for Hong Kong to make something happen. Look for Ao Yeung to whip this ball in. Yamamoto, that's a surprise. The playmaker is substituted, and he is substituted with number 17.
Midfielder.
Yeah, so it's a midfielder for midfielder.
So Kakatani comes on.
Wong, left-footed in. Oh, and that is a clear header, but not goal-bound. What an opportunity there for Chan, the defender, with the golden opportunity here to finish matters in this gold medal match. Bounces off the turf, but wide off the goal. Good corner here from Wong, and it was a clear header. Number 7, Muramatsu, not able to put enough pressure on Chan, but maybe just enough to make him miss. Kwok, Ao Yeung is dispossessed. Soka. And Endo with a very hopeful shot from the distance. Really looks like a character, Endo, and that was probably never going to beat Yap in the Hong Kong goal. So we're down in the last 8 minutes of this extra time. And it's Hong Kong that has been closest as of late to finish matters. Endo with the high header. And the sliced effort there.
Well, that's really, you know, we've spoken about how cool they are despite the fact that they're so young, but that is yet another example of their complete inexperience, to be wasting opportunities with so little time left. Slicing it out like that is just...
And that was a very poor effort there by Yamamura. But the Japanese certainly are becoming increasingly frustrated because they're not able to open up the very compact Hong Kong defense. Yamamura there with a slice effort just before. There was a substitution. Kakitani showing some fancy footwork, but also losing the ball. Chan wins the ball.
Chan Soo-ki, not a bad ball forward, but he's really going to have to run this down, and I think that was out.
Chow there in picture has worked really hard in this match. I think his performance has been much better in the final than it was in the semi-final. Kamata. Aoki, Kamata. Kakitani back to Yamamura, and Yamamura is not moving the ball fast enough, and Chan almost wins the ball. Aoki. That's a good play there, and that guy is making the turn, but he's not going to win the run here against Chan. Very strong challenge from Chan, you have to say. And perhaps the free kick has been given. Yuen is coming in from Hong Kong. And, he is a defender. I know, in fact, he is a midfielder, Yuen Kin Man. And now it is Leung. Aoki. Aoki followed closely by Ao Yeung. Ao Yeung not allowing any time on the ball.
Great play by Hong Kong.
Kwok.
Kwok again.
Appeal for a free kick there, not given. Suka and Higa on the left flank, cutting back in. Suka. Aoki. Suka. No open spaces. Higa. And that guy trying to look for the cross. It's coming in there. Yap is moving. And a strong tackle there from Kwok. Endo bites the dust.
So here comes a change for Hong Kong, and off will come Leung Chun Pong, and he'll be replaced by Yun Kin Man. They did attempt to substitute him earlier on, but they had to wait a little while, but finally he does get hooked with around about 3 minutes left. A very substantial figure of Yoon there comes bounding onto the pitch for the last remaining minutes before they go to penalties.
And here he is on the ball, and let's see if his technical skill can make a change. Obviously, the coach has got belief in that he can come in and change things around, and he's certainly shown good touch so far. Yuan certainly not expected to do all the hard work, but maybe a little bit more creative player going forward than his counterpart. We're coming down into the last 3 minutes here of extra time.
Yeah.
Looks like we may be going to another penalty shootout.
Well, I should let you know that because of our scheduled news bulletin at 7:30, if we do go to penalties, the eventual result will be given in that news bulletin. We won't be able to continue our live coverage of the penalty shootout. There still is a little bit of time left to go, though. Nicely flicked on. So here's a chance for Japan. Just one man in there, but again, tight marking. Now Young looking at the referee saying, well, look, don't look at me. He basically fell down by himself. The referee was having none of it, though. And I'd say the fans here in Hong Kong Stadium are actually pretty excited about the prospect of a penalty shootout.
Well, they're certainly getting their money's worth. 120 minutes of football and potentially a penalty shootout where you have to put your money in Hong Kong. Based on the previous performance so far in the tournament, penalties, you have to put it down. They've been in that situation already before, whereas the Japanese, for them, it's going to be the first time in this tournament, and as we know, the experience and having practiced it, very important coming into this. Endo having no luck to turn this match around for the Japanese. Perhaps the last opportunity here in extra time. Low ball in, it's picked up by Matsumoto. And we're down to the last few seconds.
And in fact, there it is. It seemed a little bit early, to be honest. So there, yeah, the referee's pointing to his watch, but the Japanese, I think, have been looking at another clock saying, sorry, pal, not quite over. So we are going to go to penalties now. That's going to take at least another 5 minutes to get ready. So again, because of previous commitments to our regular news bulletin at 7:30, we will have to leave it around about here. But Kiki, after watching 120 minutes of football, very, very hard to separate these two sides. But certainly in the shootout, from what we've seen, you would favour Hong Kong.
Yeah, I think it's a fair result after 120 minutes. Unfortunately, nobody were able to score after that equaliser from Hong Kong when they come out with all guns blazing. But I think it's a good result, and I will put my money on Hong Kong winning the shootout shortly.
Well, there's around 40,000 spectators in the stadium here with their fingers crossed that Hong Kong will be able to come through with the goods, and that would be a big surprise to many fans. Hong Kong not expected to make it this far. They've done exceedingly well, and as I said, you can get the result of the penalty shootout in the news bulletin. Bye for now.
呢波好問水啊！其實葉鴻輝飛到㗎啦，啱喺手邊入啊，仲要死角入網啊！
唉，唔夠運啊呢個波！唉，捉到路㗎啦，但係咧擋嘅時候咧，竟然間咧係有少少撻 Q 咧，就反而個波咧喺自己架底漏咗入去。
呢個波其實亦都射得唔靚㗎啦，根本嚇。
冇辦法啦，咁啊葉鴻輝都係盡咗佢好大嘅努力去救啊呢個波，都仍然俾佢漏入網。好啦，咁啊日本隊咧就1比0領先嚇，射12碼。第二個射嘅就係陳少琪啊。
咁啊，陳少琪會唔會硬射咧？用硬射嘅方法咧？
睇佢點處理呢個波先。靚波，咁啊門將嘅右上角，有力度。
呢個波其實捉到路啊！
咁啊，由於個球速係勁啊，咁所以咧捉到路都係撲唔到啊。
係啊，同埋啲上三路波冇得救㗎啦嚇，12碼通常。
咁啊，香港隊射先㗎，咁啊陳少琪咧就射入咗，咁啊而家輪到咧日本隊再射第2輪嘅12碼。
應該大總長平嚟㗎，22號。咁啊後邊入替前鋒。咁啊第一球咧就日本隊咧射得曳嘅，其實啊永志謙又有啲暈。
擋到葉鴻輝，好嘢！咁咧就大家打平啦，暫時嚟講射2輪咧，大家都係入咗1球嘅啫。
呢個波直情係歐陽耀宗射嗰個差唔多㗎咋。
咁啊佢啊角度啊偏啲，不過好在咧就輝仔係捉到佢路啊呢個波。
但係老闆你有冇留意啊？睇咗1輪多啲啊，葉鴻輝撲12碼係有啲辦法㗎，佢成日都捉到路㗎。
你睇佢嗰個眼神同埋咧，即係有時門將就係要靠呢一樣嘢嗰個主觀啦。咁啊捉對方路咧，亦都有啲心得㗎。
第3個射嗰陳偉豪啦，咁啊上一輪即係上一場波咧，佢射第2輪㗎。
靚啊！呢個波同陳少琪嗰個係一模一樣啊！門將嘅右上角係入咗嘅。
咦，我記得上一仗咧，陳偉豪射嗰個都係一模一樣嘅噃。龍門嘅右上即係叫右偏上角啦，咁啊亦都係射上三路波冇得救㗎。
好啦，形勢咧又係壓力又喺翻到日本隊嗰度咯喎！哇，幾精彩啊真係！
鈴木大輔，咁啊日本係 U20嘅隊長嚟。
又睇下葉鴻輝呢球點先，肥蘇。撞柱彈出啦！
今次捉唔到路
有壓力啊，肥蘇唔到你講啊，真係。咁啊反轉咧就係而家港隊啊領先1個12碼喎。
其實呢個波係捉唔到路㗎啦，咁啊可惜，因為鈴木大輔啊自己射得問咧就係中柱出界。
好啦，到第4輪啦，咁啊而家咧就香港隊領先2比1啦。
咁啊真係揦住優勢嚟到啊！射嘅咯喎，
峰迴路轉啊！先射失第1個係咪先？而家反超前1個，唔到你講啊！第4輪，香港隊李志豪射入埋，好嘢！咁啊而家暫時領先2球，咁啊日本隊係未射嚇，第4輪，靚啊呢個12碼。
咁啊，其實睇翻個編排咧，除咗加插咗阿陳少琪之外咧，根本個編排同上一仗一樣。
嗱，呢個波如果阿葉鴻輝救到，唔使射噶啦喎。
佢未必救到嘅，日本射唔入都唔使射嘅。好似頭先啊，
好啦，全場
咁樣啊，
拭目以待，睇下葉鴻輝點救先呢個12碼。俾個信號你啊，肥蘇。
啊，日本
夠多球啊！咁啊，
邊個射先？哦，咁啊，中場球員啊，青木拓矢。
入啊！呢個波，咁啊，葉鴻輝係捉錯路啊！呢個波，
不過其實呢個
仍然仲有一球嘅優勢喎。
有睇慢鏡呢個波都幾難救啊，射得好刁鑽啊！
第5輪只要香港隊射入，亦都係可以奪得今屆賽事嘅金牌。
咦？咁佢揾阿黃展鴻啊，應該係啊。咁啊，同上一仗唔同啦，上一仗佢就揾阿阮建文㗎。啊，黃展鴻嘅左腳點？
第5輪嘅12碼，香港中啦！
搞掂！
香港係奪得呢一屆嘅2009東亞運動會足球賽事嘅金牌，真係值得開心啊！真係。
咁啊，見到行政長官啦，咁啊，阿曾生都同阿郭 Sir 咧擁抱啊！再睇翻12碼，左腳。咁啊，捉都捉唔到路啦！咁啊，黃展鴻射得好靚啊！呢個波啊，阿老闆真係創造傳奇一刻喎！
仲有啊，創造歷史啊！你要記得。真係啊，
創造歷史啊！
今屆改呢個口號嘅人真係值得嘉獎，竟然間諗得咁好。結果咧，香港足球隊咧真係創造傳奇一刻，亦都創造歷史，奪得2009香港主辦嘅東亞運動會足球賽事嘅金牌。
啊！我
相信係喺主辦之前啊，都冇人敢話咧，即係香港都可以攞金牌，係咪？
我就佩服。
結果佢哋就做到啦。
我佩服啲球員之餘，佩服金冠軍啊！佢踢完第一場咧，接受訪問話，佢嘅目標係攞金牌。好嘢啊！
我相信真係全香港所有嘅球迷，包括而家喺現場大球場或者電視觀眾前嘅觀眾，都感到呢一刻真係香港隊無懈可擊。創造傳奇一刻，絕對係實至名歸。
冇錯啊！咁啊，每一個球員咧落場都有課交啊，有表現啊。咁啊，激動喎！真係小伙子啊，隊長歐陽耀聰咧，其實佢都我諗即係有啲激動喊咧，因為佢第一球唔入啊，
值得高興。
所以高興咧都有啲。
所以咧，即係我哋特首曾蔭權先生同埋佢太座兼同埋各指導咧，都應該係忘我嘅，喺呢一刻嘅時間裏邊，見證到香港隊嘅成就。
咁啊，當然歐陽耀聰射失咗咧，就都冇問題啊。
好啊，呢個時間咧，我哋休息一陣間先。
澳門新葡京，盡享精彩娛樂，感受不凡優越。匯萃環球美食，融合高貴典雅。澳門新葡京自有真風範。
望下山，望下海，咪靠旅行，紅男綠女聯歡嬉戲，大三巴、觀音像，媽閣廟景緻真優美，最開心，最香園，最香園，買手信，買手信，款式至多至好味，大家高高興興買手信，開心暢遊在澳門，經典手信最香園，包你一定歡喜。
你知唔知外遊旅行團印花費已經減到團費嘅0.15%啊？
知啊，要得到旅遊業賠償基金嘅保障，參加旅行團就要幫襯持牌旅行社，仲要睇清楚收據上面係咪已經蓋上相等於團費0.15%嘅印花。
係啊，萬一旅行社倒閉或者你喺外地發生意外，就有保障啦。
仲要買份適合自己需要嘅旅遊保險，就玩得開心又放心啦。
活化工廈室內野戰棒球場命運會點呢？博鰲亞洲論壇嘅青年論壇喺香港舉行，對解構中國外交、經濟、文化有咩新角度呢？時事追擊今晚11:05 ATV 本港台。時事追擊係由 交通銀行2009博鰲青年論壇獨家戰略性合作夥伴，全力支持。
有次大感冒，同事俾盒速效幸福雙豐感冒素我，第2朝好返晒，
仲可預防咳添。
速效幸福雙豐感冒素，仲預防咳，同你自駕。
多年嚟，愛康健600多名專業人員不斷努力，
嚟自全球各地嘅設備，
不斷更新，
力臻完美嘅管理服務，
不斷探求。
今天，愛康健齒科羅湖總店
依然不斷聆聽你嘅要求。
羅湖總店火車站7樓香格里拉對面，愛康健連鎖齒科亞洲小姐指定牙科美容顧問。
媽咪，啲衫白雪雪，好乾淨啊！
全靠獅王潔白物語殺菌洗衣液咯，佢潔白力強，消毒防噏味，仲有清新花香添。
多謝獅王嘅白物語。
唉，屙到腳軟。止屙止瀉，幸福舍利子。
過節就係要送旺，嚟各位同仁，過節大家旺一下，
公司旺旺，大家旺旺，送旺啦！
旺旺大禮包，
我會旺，我會旺。
送俾你係旺旺大禮包，我要旺，我要旺，旺旺大禮包，禮旺意更旺。
過節記得要送旺啊！
好啦，歡迎大家翻嚟大球場，去見證傳奇一刻啊！創造歷史嘅就係香港隊。咁啊，鏡頭見到嘅咧就係大家準備個頒獎典禮咧係會進行噶。
咁啊，當然啦，金牌喺邊度啊？
香港
啊！真係咧，我都佩服嗰啲球員啊！真係呢10零日真係好辛苦啊！踢咗2場加時啊，射埋2次12碼，犀利啊！
咁啊，再講一次咧，肥叔，你同唔同意就係話，喂，其實天時地利人和真係符合晒香港隊今次呢一次嘅賽事咧？
都可以咁講啊！咁當然佢哋球員嘅努力啦，即係話教練，即係佢哋教練組嘅安排啊，好多嘢咧，即係都係一個配合啦。咁最緊要咪肯嘗試咯，咁簡單啫嘛！足球永遠未吹雞。